Good evening, hello and welcome. You're watching the explosive weekend debate here on CNN News 18 with me, Poonam Burde. Today is the penultimate day of campaigning in Karnataka, and for the BJP star campaigner, it was the end of his blitzkrieg. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a mega roadshow in Bengaluru this morning, which was cut short amid concerns of inconvenience to students appearing for the NEET exam. But people gathered in huge numbers to catch a glimpse of the Pradhan Sevak. Supporters lined up on the sides of the road showered flower petals on the Prime Minister, who himself was seen enthusiastically greeting the crowd. But that wasn't the highlight of the day. The highlight came a few hours later when the Prime Minister addressed his second rally of the day. It was his last rally in the poll-bound state of Karnataka, and the Prime Minister minced no words to slam the Congress. A visibly angry Prime Minister raked up Sonia Gandhi's comment made in Hubli yesterday about ensuring Karnataka's sovereignty. He blamed the Congress party for openly advocating secession or separation of Karnataka from India. He even took a jibe at the first family of the Grand Old Party. Prime Minister Modi tagged the Congress and the Gandhis the Shahi Parivar. He said the royal family of the Congress works against the interests of this country. Listen in to that blistering attack from the Prime Minister.
कांग्रेस की राजनीति का सबसे खतरनाक पहलू कानून व्यवस्था है, देश की सुरक्षा है। जब कांग्रेस आती है तो आतंकवादियों, अपराधियों के हौसले बुलंद हो जाते हैं। कांग्रेस राज में आतंकी और अपराधी आश्वस्त होते हैं कि कांग्रेस का हाथ उन पर है। कांग्रेस जो कह रही है, इसका मतलब है कि कांग्रेस कर्नाटका को भारत से अलग मानती है। क्या आपको मंजूर है ये बात? आपको मंजूर है? ऐसा कहने वाली कांग्रेस को सजा करोगे नहीं करोगे? कांग्रेस भारत के स्वतंत्रता संग्राम में योगदान देने वाले लाखों कन्नड़ा स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों का अपमान कर रही है। कांग्रेस करोड़ों कन्नडिगा की देशभक्ति का अपमान कर रही है। खुले तौर पर भारत में राजनीति को प्रभावित करने के लिए विदेशी शक्तियों को दखल देने के लिए उकसाते हैं। ये लोग कैसे गुप्त रूप से भारत को पसंद न करने वाले विदेशी डिप्लोमेट के साथ सीक्रेटली मिलते हैं।
Now, the Prime Minister also accused the Congress of appeasing terrorists and groups like the PFI, a charge many BJP leaders have made on this campaign trail. The Prime Minister said that under the Congress, terrorists and criminals are convinced that they have the tacit support and political patronage. Now, that charge as well, like many in the past, has met with an equal rebuttal from the Congress party. Priyanka Gandhi, who's been campaigning extensively in the state for a party, turned the tables on the BJP with this terrorism jibe. Listen in to that rebuttal that came to the fore from the Congress's General Secretary while she was campaigning in the state.
प्रधानमंत्री जी, कर्नाटका में अगर आतंक है तो आपकी 40% की सरकार का आतंक है, जो लोगों को लूट रही है। प्रधानमंत्री जी, अगर कर्नाटका में आतंक है तो महंगाई का आतंक है, जिसकी वजह से लोग अपनी रोजाना के जीवन में मुश्किलों पर मुश्किलों का सामना कर रहे हैं। प्रधानमंत्री जी, अगर कर्नाटका में आतंक है तो बेरोजगारी का आतंक है। अगर आतंक है तो आपकी 40% की सरकार, जिसने हर पोस्ट के लिए रेट फिक्स कर लिया है, उसका आतंक है।
Now, the Congress says that Prime Minister Modi's comments are nothing but the BJP spinning a narrative by twisting Sonia Gandhi's words. But does that argument cut any ice? Now, the speech that Sonia Gandhi made was in Hubli yesterday. So why has the controversy then boiled over today, a full 24 hours later? It all started with a tweet the Congress's official handle put out, which quoted the former chief of the party. They said that this was a strong message by Sonia Gandhi to 6.5 crore Kannadigas. Now the Congress says that Sonia Gandhi didn't even make that remark and it is being twisted and taken out of context. The Congress, in its tweet, which is still available on their official page, then went on to quote Sonia Gandhi in that particular Hubli rally, where they said that the Congress will not allow anyone to pose a threat to Karnataka's sovereignty. After the controversy boiled over, the Congress said that the BJP is twisting Sonia Gandhi's words despite the words sovereignty and integrity being used in that particular tweet, which quoted Sonia Gandhi from her rally. Like I said, that tweet of the Congress party quoted Sonia Gandhi, but now they say that this is nothing but spin doctrine of the BJP. So that brings us to the question that we want to ask on the debate tonight. Has the political fight been turned into a nationalistic one, a plank that the BJP has often used in many state elections? In fact, many observers would say that the Congress has handed over this ammunition to the BJP on a platter. But will this be the turning point in this election? We are just 3 days away. 10th of May, Wednesday this week, is when voting will be done. Has the Prime Minister blunted the Congress's attack on him and his government, especially as far as their corruption plan goes? Or is this a self-goal by the Grand Old Party, who seem to have gained much momentum in their favour in the state? Or is it just bluster and no substance? That's our big debate tonight.
पहला तो प्रधानमंत्री देखा है बहनों और भाइयों कहना चाहती थी
कांग्रेस की राजनीति का सबसे खतरनाक पहलू कानून व्यवस्था है, देश की सुरक्षा है। जब कांग्रेस आती है तो आतंकवादियों, अपराधियों के हौसले बुलंद हो जाते हैं।
प्रधानमंत्री जी, अगर कर्नाटका में आतंक है तो बेरोजगारी का आतंक है कि 2.5 लाख सरकारी पद आपकी सरकार ने खाली रखे हैं और यहाँ शिक्षित से शिक्षित नौजवान को रोजगार नहीं मिल रहा है। अगर आतंक है तो आपकी 40% की सरकार जिसने हर पोस्ट के लिए रेट फिक्स कर लिया है।
Let me open this up to our panelists who join us on this debate tonight. Shazi Almi of the BJP will be joining us shortly. Spokesperson of the Congress party, Dhruv Jati, joins us. T.R. Prasad Gowda, senior leader of the JDS, is also with me, and author and senior journalist Rashid Kidwai is also on this broadcast. But I'd like to begin by asking Dhruv Jati, did Sonia Gandhi say sovereignty and integrity of Karnataka or not in that speech?
See, very simple. The Bharatiya Janata Party is back to trying to twist different narratives. And ironic that a Prime Minister who should in fact be attending to national security issues that happening in Poonch and in Manipur ends up rallying in Karnataka. The matter of fact today is that the Congress party that began its election campaign much prior to that of the last 2 months, which the Bharatiya Janata Party has done. We started off with the Mekedatu Padayatra. We had a mass mobilization in the Freedom March. We had the Bharat Jodo Yatra, which connected with the most common people. While the Bharatiya Janata Party ended up with a procrastinated rally, and while they were trying to fix their own house for almost 6 months, whether it was ousting Yediyurappa or the infamous Belgaum tapes, or to even, in fact, the entire question of corruption, the Bharatiya Janata Party has remained on the back foot. So the complacent, idea that the Bharatiya Janata Party has towards the voters and the anxious and animosity and the fear that they have with the voters seems very clear, because the Prime Minister, who should be attending to national issues, is campaigning in Karnataka. He's trying to fix a big mess that the state leaders and the leaders from the state in the high command have made. And this ends up with emotive and communal issues. And the Election Commission, which has been keeping a close watch, must take note of these sort of narratives that the Prime Minister is trying to twist and put forth.
Sure, but my simple question, Mr. Jati, to you was, did Sonia Gandhi say this or not? Because that speech was in Hindi, it wasn't in English. So perhaps the words that she used weren't sovereignty and integrity. Perhaps. So which is why I'm asking you, did she say that or not?
It's not about a question of sovereignty and integrity. The Sonia Gandhi speech was extremely simple. She was clear in it. You can play that audio tape right now to us and you will listen and you can hear clearly what she said. But the interpretation that the Bharatiya Janata Party
It's
has,
not an
whether it is
interpretation,
from-
Mr. Jati.
whether it
It's
is-
a
it
tweet
is-
that
it
was
is a
put
clear
out by the
interpretation.
Congress party. It's still there on the Congress's official Twitter handle. I can read it out to you if you would like. It quotes Sonia Gandhi.
If you go through the speech, I would like for you to play the speech. And once you listen to the speech, you will understand that the Prime Minister did nothing else but use this narrative and turn it into a communal issue, because it looks like that's the only card of deck, the deck of cards that they have to play for this election. You can play that entire recording out, and you will be able to listen to it. And
So
I will
when
tell
you say that the
something.
BJP
No,
is
but I will-
twisting this, would you want to say that perhaps it all started with the tweet that the Congress themselves put out? Because that tweet, like we were just putting out for our viewers, is still there, like I said, on the official Twitter handle of the Congress party, and it does not anywhere say that this is somebody else being quoted or this is in context of something else. If you can see that tweet, it says, Srimati Sonia Gandhi ji sends a strong message to 6.5 crore Kannadigas, and then there is a quote which is attributed to Sonia Gandhi, which says, the Congress will not allow anyone to pose a threat to Karnataka's reputation, sovereignty or integrity. That's a tweet that is still there 24 hours later on the Congress's Twitter handle.
Yeah, so please tell me what is wrong in Sonia Gandhi's statement. She's clearly saying that anti-national elements that try and, pose a sort of threat within Karnataka will not be tolerated. It's simple. Her stance is extremely simple. But the
So there's
Bharatiya
nothing
Janata
wrong
Party
in the
wants to
in the
go
usage of the word sovereignty, because it started off by it started off from the Congress party by saying that no, she didn't say it at all to them, then saying that the BJP is distorting it, to now saying that there's nothing wrong in what she's saying.
See, you tell me, how much of an issue are you going to make out of a tweet? There are a total of 67 million Kannadigas in Karnataka today, and they have a platter of issues that I can, raise in front of you. Do you think this tweet is what people are going to be voting on in this election?
Sure.
What about the multiple charges on corruption that, the Congress party has raised? What about the multiple scams that the Bharatiya Janata Party has come forth? Do you think even the most rural voter would be worried about this tweet? On May 10th, do you believe that people of Karnataka are going to see this particular tweet and vote?
Sure, so this is not an election issue. Sure, this is not an election issue. Yes. And I would like to get the BJP spokesperson in as well. Shehzad Poonawala joins us on this broadcast. And Shehzad, the Congress says that you are making a mountain of a molehill. It's one tweet. Sonia Gandhi didn't even say that in her speech yesterday. And it's really not going to be weighing heavy on the minds of the voters.
Poonam, since I'm on a Skype line and a very dicey one, I hope nobody will interrupt me and you can hear me. Poonam, I would have much rather that the Congress party would have used that valuable tweet to say how much money did they give for the development of Karnataka between 2009 to 14. It was 94,000 crores. We gave 2,24,000 crores. I would rather that the Congress party show how much money they gave for railways for Karnataka, 4,000 crores in 5 years. We gave 7,500 crores just last year. And the longest platform is in Karnataka. We built the Kempegowda Terminal 2 airport. We have built the Shimoga airport. Today, Karnataka has 9 domestic airports. The Congress of Karnataka did not tweet any of this. They tweeted the word Karnataka will have its sovereignty. Now, I just want to ask 3 questions. Sir, one, are you making Karnataka sovereign? Does that mean that you want Azadi or you want Tukde Tukde of India and you want every state to be out of the national integrity? Point number 2, if this is a galti ka tweet, if it is a mistake, then why doesn't Supriya Shrineth or whoever's the social media head come out and acknowledge that we've used a wrong word and the issue can end there? Third, if it is not a soch, because this soch has been demonstrated. You remember in Poonam when the Article 370 was abrogated, Digvijay Singh said, no, we will reimpose Article 370. Today, look at their entire narrative in Karnataka. We want tie-up with SGPI. We want religious reservation. We want to revoke all the laws about anti-cow slaughter and anti-conversion laws. We want to say Jai Bajrang Bali is it creates an atmosphere of fear. Rahman Khan said this. So who is discussing issues? It's the BJP. And who is discussing abusing politics or saying sovereignty for Karnataka or playing the divide and rule card on religious grounds? It is the Karnataka Congress Party, because they are seeing their defeat, which is imminent. They are resorting to this. Otherwise, I asked Mr. Dhruv. Mr. Dhruv, please tell me. K. Rahman Khan said Jai Bajrang Bali creates atmosphere of fear. I believe you must be a practicing Hindu. Do you accept this statement by Rahman Khan? What action have you taken on Rahman Khan? Do you accept the statement Mr. Parmeshwara made that we should have alliance with SDPI? Do you accept the statement of Mr. Siddaramaiah, who said that anti-cow slaughter law will be taken away? He has said this to the News Minute. And fourthly, Mr. Dhruv, please tell me, how much money have you given to farmers in the 5 years? I'll tell you, we have given 12,000 crore rupees, 10,000 per farmer to 54 lakh farmers. We have increased the FRP of sugarcane by 10,000 rupees. We have built textile.
Sure. Sure. Point taken, Shehzad. Point taken, Shehzad. And Dhruv Jati, he's saying if you want to talk about issues, then why don't you talk about that issues? Why don't you raise those particular issues and give facts to substantiate them? Your rebuttal before I get in the other two gentlemen on the panel.
No, right. A quick response. So firstly, you're talking about an issue that's taken out of context entirely, and you're basing it on random questions. Now, I have issues that are depriving 77 million Kannadigas, and I will keep this extremely crisp and short. It's comical because their own BJP MLA from Bijapur, Mr. Yatnal, what did he say? He said 2,500 crores need to be paid for me, Yatnal, to be the CM of Karnataka. Do they have an answer to that? Then what about the BJP MLA, Mr. Nehru Olekar, who has charged close to about over 1,000. Shehzad, I did not interrupt you. Shehzad, I did not interrupt you. Let's keep some discipline.
Shehzad, you made your points. What? You put out statistics that you wanted to put. Now let him give a counter. I'll come back to you. Go ahead, Dhruv.
Simple. So I brought you the points of Mr. Yatnal and the points of Mr. Olekar. What about Mr. Dingleshwar Swamiji of Gadag, who came out and said that the Mathas were being cheated by the Bharatiya Janata Party? Don't you think these are real issues of Kannadigas? Don't you think these are issues that the Prime Minister should be speaking about? Do you think that the people of Karnataka are only worried about communal and emotive issues? Do you think the people are going to vote on, what I would say, a cramped campaign on last 3 days based just on communal issues? Aren't the issues of the people much bigger? Where are your answers on corruption? Where are your answers on ousting Lingaites from the party? Where are your answers on cheating from contractors, students, teachers, and various associations in Karnataka? Where are your answers? And this is clear. The Bharatiya Janata Party has no answers. You see none of the Prime Minister's rallies answering anything related to corruption. The Prime Minister comes out and puts an allegation on Rajiv Gandhi. Let me remind you, their own BJP MLA, Mr. Srinivas Prasad, in 2019 himself came and said that the Prime Minister's allegations on Mr. Rajiv Gandhi back then were not warranted and it was not necessary. Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi was
so the discourse is being turned around to issues that really don't matter. Before I get in T.R. Prasad Gowda and Rashid Kidwai, 30 seconds, Shehzad, to counter what Dhruv Jati was saying.
Poonam, does Khadge ji belong to my party when he said that Modi ji is a poisonous snake? When Junior Khadge said that he's a nalayak, does he belong to my party? Did I force Congress party to go and write in your manifesto that anybody who says Bajrang Bali ki jai, we will say take action on him, or we will take action on Bajrang Dal, or we will go and take reimpose the laws of religious reservation? Did I tell Congress party to do all this? And finally, please tell me, when it comes to corruption, Poonam, since I'm doing Skype with both my hands, I don't have anything to, but I can show you. Please Google it. Jagdish Shettar, their newfound love, has said Siddaramaiah is the most corrupt person. Now you tell me some corrupt contractor on whose statement you have not filed even a single FIR, that versus Jagdish Shettar's confession that Siddaramaiah is the most corrupt, and DK Shivkumar has 2 cases against him. He has not got relief from any of the courts. Disproportionate assets case. So they should be the last people talking about corruption. They are 85% corruption and 100% anti-Hindu party.
Sure, the allegations are flying thick and fast. As far as the comments and the discourse are concerned, there was a Vishkanya comment made by the BJP MLA as well. So that discourse clearly is on both sides. So let's not get into that. But I want to get in the other two gentlemen who've been patiently waiting. And Rashid Kidwai, is this going to be a turning point? You know, we've seen this kind of nationalistic pitch that has been made by the BJP in several other state elections as well. Is this going to be a turning point? Has the Congress actually... is this a self-goal by the Congress party? First, the whole Bajrang Dal ban and then sort of backtracking on it, saying, no, it really isn't Bajrang Dal and it could be any organization. And now this.
Poonam, from my political, coverage of elections, etc., I can tell you these are supposed to be, sort of non-issues. They don't make an impact. Election is a far more complex exercise. Here is a Prime Minister who's also a BJP leader. He's speaking, and he also, as a Prime Minister, if he is leveling this kind of allegation against a political party, that political party is hand in glove with terror groups or aiding, abetting or any of that, then call for some kind of action. Sonia Gandhi, from my understanding, has said something which is not very different from what other leaders say in different state elections. As like you may recall, a word was used about Gujarati Asmita. And this was also talked about in an election with some kind of force and result. So this is not something. This is quite a common thing. I just want to Poonam remind your viewers a simple thing. in 2017, when Gujarat Assembly elections were going on, the Prime Minister had made a serious allegation that, a Pakistani foreign minister had come and there was a meeting in which Manmohan Singh was there, and a kind of conspiracy was being, hashed, how to defeat Mr. Modi, etc., how to defeat the BJP in Gujarat. Now, this was a serious thing, and later on, Parliament was stalled, and then that statement was retracted. So I'm giving you a context. So these things are said. I don't think political parties and individuals mean it when they say it.
And it definitely perhaps is not going to be weighing on the minds of the voters. It really does boil down to roti kapda makan, as it has been all elections, and that really is something that is on the minds. Now, that may have transgressed into more things about wanting better infrastructure, about the civic apathy, especially as far as Bengaluru and Karnataka is concerned. But it eventually does boil down to issues like that, perhaps weigh on the minds of the voters. And that's what many observers believe. But T.R. Prasad Gowda, as we are seeing this entire narrative between the Congress and the BJP, where does that leave the JDS this election? Are you going to be like a silent horse that eventually races past to be the kingmaker? Or are you not there anywhere in the race, because all everybody is talking about is the Congress and the BJP?
See, now both the national parties, Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress, they are claiming that they are claiming their own. They are only big in the political scenario. But to be honestly, I can submit my submission in like this. Because our former Chief Minister Kumaraswamy going before the public with clean hands, and he has, whenever he got an opportunity to rule the state of Karnataka, he does and ruled state of Karnataka with full transparently, and his programs are all reaching common man.
Sure.
Irrespective of when the BJP all these 3.5 years rule, they have done. Full of corruption, law and order in the state of Karnataka has collapsed. To cover it up, they are bringing the national leaders like Modi ji, Prime Minister Modi ji, Amit Shah. Why they are coming here? Why they are coming here? Because every common man easily understand that the Modi ji is coming here, Amit Shah is coming here to cover up the Lucena of these state leaders, and the state leaders are nowhere in the picture now. Only they are asking the votes, seeking the votes by looking. They have looking
Sure.
at the Modi's face.
Sure,
now,
but why is that a problem?
He
is their star campaigner, and if they are banking on the Modi magic, why is that a problem?
Yes, sir, but that impact now, the last 2014, 13, 18, and all, they have done it. But this time, people of Karnataka, all 6.45 crores of people are wise enough to decide. This time they have decided to go with the regional party, that is Kumaraswamy will be the chief minister. 2023, another 3 days is there, and he will become the chief minister of Karnataka, and he will give transparent administration, and so many programs, common man's programs are there. He is ready to give that.
Sure, Kumaraswamy's rallies did see a large number of audiences, especially in northern Karnataka, part of the state where they are not traditionally seen to be holding a vote bank. But whether that translates into votes or not, that's something we'll have to wait and watch. Shahzad, you had a point to make. Quick rebuttal.
Poonam, on channels like CNN, I at least get an opportunity to say this. We built 56 kilometers of metro line. It was only 7 till 2014. And tomorrow, by 2027, there will be 175 kilometers of Namma metro. There will be 148 kilometers of suburban rail. STRR has been given a go-ahead. 32 lakh Ayushman cards have been given. 32 lakh Ujjwala gas cylinders have been given. 48 lakh toilets have been built. 1 crore people got drinking water. I am asking them, can they talk about even one thing they have done during their government? Chalo, forget that. What is the stand of Congress party on Mahadayi? I ask this because it's a local issue. I am talking about these issues. Mahadayi in 2007, Congress party Adhyaksha Sonia Gandhi said that not a drop of water will be given to Karnataka. She batted for the other state. Now does the Congress party accept that position? When we were talking about issues, they abuse our leaders. They say poisonous snake. Then they say that we will do vote bank politics. They say Jai Bali, Bajrang Bali is a Daravna slogan on which Mr. Dhruv has not yet taken a stand. And then they accuse us. And today you say that Karnataka will be nationally sovereign. So this Azadi Tukde Tukde mindset is now playing out because you're desperate for a particular vote bank. We are talking about issues. I asked Dhruv, please tell me how many kilometers of metro line was there till 2014 in Bengaluru?
Well,
and
I'd
how
like to
many
come in here.
Sure.
Please tell us.
Sure. So let's talk about issues. 30 seconds, Dhruv Jati. Unfortunately, I'm completely running out of time, but 30 seconds, Dhruv Jati.
Now he spoke about the manifesto. It's very clear. The Bharatiya Janata Party, which ran out of its B team, no MEP, no Noera Sheikh this time. Let me remind you, what did Satyajit Suratkar himself say in Bangalore, that the Bharatiya Janata Party funds STPI? That's clear and written by your own Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson, Satyajit Suratkar. Now, speaking on the promises, the Bharatiya Janata Party promised 600 promises in its last manifesto. They were able to fulfill only 10%. Whether it was women and child development, 26 promises only that they promised, and they fulfilled only 2. Youth and development, they promised 18. They fulfilled less than about 4. On inclusive growth, they made 81 promises, fulfilled 4. On education, they made 32 promises, fulfilled only 3. Now you tell me a Bharatiya Janata Party that could not even fulfill promises on health, on which it made 40, fulfilled only 5. On infrastructure, they made 48 promises and fulfilled 8. You think a state like Karnataka that has intelligent voters is going to vote on a 26-kilometer rally of Narendra Modi, while the length and breadth of Karnataka spreads across 600 to 400 kilometers across the entire state?
So it's the Bharat Jodo Yatra versus the road shows that the Prime Minister has addressed. It's your report card versus mine. It's your nationalism versus my nationalism, and the jury is still out on that. Unfortunately, we have to leave it at that, and I thank you all, gentlemen, for joining us here on this broadcast with your perspective. Well, it is election season and it is the penultimate day of campaigning. But even as the Prime Minister was in Karnataka for that hectic campaign, he did interact with members of the Hakki Pikki tribe who were evacuated from war-torn Sudan under Operation Kaveri. Listen in to how that interaction went.
सबसे पहले तो आप सबको मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत बधाई, क्योंकि इतने बड़े संकट से सही सलामत घर पहुंचना ये भी बहुत परमात्मा की कृपा होती है, तब होता है। अच्छा, मुझे बताइए कैसे मुसीबत शुरू हुई, कब पता चला? आप उस समय कहाँ थे? आप लोग साथ थे कि अलग अलग थे?
हम सारे
बताइए।
हम सारे रूम में थे।
हाँ, एक ही रूम में सब लोग थे?
सब एक ही होटल में, बाजू बाजू होटल था।
हाँ,
अब 20, 15, 10, 30 ऐसा रुके थे सारे। और थोड़ा थोड़ा सा आवाज आया, वो कभी भी ऐसा होता था, ये होता ऐसा मुहारत बोलते थे वो लोग ऐसा। उसके बाद में बड़ा बड़ा साउंड आने लगा। पहला नंबर पानी वाला टैंक उड़ा दिया, दूसरा तीसरा नंबर लाइट का उड़ा दिया, और चौथा सारा खाना पानी का सब उड़ाने लगे। बड़े बड़े माहौल में जाएगा, माहौल में उड़ा देंगे। एयरपोर्ट कुछ भी नहीं बचा, सब्जी कुछ भी नहीं बचा। और हमारे को इतना तकलीफ में हो गया, हम मेरे को बचा लो, मेरे को बचा लो, मेरे को बचा लो। उन लोगों ने बताया अपना है डबल इंजन वाला, बिना फिक्र रहो आप। तभी से मेरे दिल में डबल इंजन नहीं, ट्रिपल इंजन वाले होंगे, ऐसा होने लगा मेरे दिल में। कुछ खाना एम्बेसी वाला सेफ्टी किया और हमारे को बस का इंतजाम किया। वहाँ से हमने सूडान पहुँच लिया।
कितने साल से जाते हैं आप वहाँ?
कम से कम 4-5 साल से हम जा रहे हैं। जो हमको ऊपर से देखा मैंने, कैसे हमको बचाएगा, या फिर जिंदा जाएंगे या जिंदा नहीं जाएंगे, वो हम बहुत सोचा। मैंने सोचने के बाद में आप भगवान सबके बेटे अपनी स्पेशल मीटिंग छोड़ा दी दिल्ली के अंदर में, पूरा देख लिया कि हमको विश्वास हुआ कि मेरा नरेंद्र मोदी हमको बचाने के लिए, बच्चा कैसे खोज जाता है, उसको ढूंढ के कैसे निकालता है, ढूंढ के निकाल के घर में कैसे लेके आता है, ऐसे आपने निकाल के छोड़ दिया। धन्यवाद, हम कितना धन्यवाद करेंगे तो हमको कम।
10-12 दिन तक भूखे रहे, एक ही कमरे में बंद रहे। जब हमारे इंडिया आपको पता चला कि हमारे बारे में, तो आप ऑपरेशन कावेरी स्टार्ट किया, तो हमको इतना खुशी हुआ कि हमारे लिए हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी इतने सब कर रहे हैं, हमको बहुत बहुत खुशी हुआ। तब हमको जितना डर था वो सब डर निकल गया सिर्फ आपके वजह से। और जब हमें वहाँ से निकाल के हमारे सभी सुविधा, कुछ भी एक छोटा सा खरोच भी नहीं आया सर। जितने हमें सब इतने सुरक्षा से यहाँ पे बैठे हैं, सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपके वजह से सर, सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपकी वजह से। आपको जितना भी मैं धन्यवाद बोलूँ कम है सर। हमारी बात, हमारी पुकार, हमारे रोना धोना, हमारे जो भी हमारा मुश्किल था आपके पास पहुंचा। आपने हमारे इतने सारे लोग, सिर्फ हकी पिक्की कम्युनिटी के ही 200 लोग, 210 लोग थे, उनको आपने लेके आए।
तो सब दवाई बेचते हो? तो सब आपकी दवाई पे भरोसा करते हैं? अच्छा,
आयुर्वेदिक दवा है वो।
आपके पूर्वज महाराणा प्रताप के साथी थे और महाराणा प्रताप ने जब ये उनकी स्थिति बनी तो उन्होंने वचन व्रत लिया था कि मैं विजयी होकर के वापस आऊंगा, तब तक मैं घास पर सोऊंगा, ऐसा कहा था ना। आपके पूर्वजों ने तय किया था कि जब तक राणा प्रताप फिर से स्थान नहीं लेते हम घर पे नहीं रहेंगे, हम घूमते रहेंगे। ये इतना बड़ा त्याग किया है आपके पूर्वजों ने। अच्छा, आप लोग तो कहते हैं कि गाना भी बहुत बढ़िया गाते हैं।
चावंडी ले वो देवी हमारा घर में देवी ले, मारा पुरकनी माता ले, वो कालका वो काली मारी मैया तू